Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Chef Anna Fraser, and today in the kitchen we're going to be making my speedy chicken ramen. It's something I probably have for dinner once a week because it's really quick, good to make after a long day at work. So let's get into it. First things first, I'm going to start by marinating my chicken. I've got chicken breast here, which I've just bashed with a rolling pin to flatten it down a little bit. It'll cook it a little bit quicker and keep it nice and tender. And the marinade's really simple. Soy sauce and a nice squeeze of honey and a pinch of salt. Just give that a little mix around in the tray. And then we'll just set that aside just to do its thing. Just leave it for kind of 10-15 minutes just to kind of get that seasoning going. While the chicken's marinating, let's get together our stock, which will be the main base of the soup. The thing that makes this so speedy is I've got a good quality fresh chicken stock here, which we're just going to warm up and we'll mix with a few other flavours later. So let's get that on. So the stock's heating up nice and slowly, and now it's a case of frying the chicken. So get yourself a nice non-stick frying pan. And we're going to use some rapeseed oil. Do try and use a flavourless oil like vegetable or sunflower when you're doing any kind of Asian cooking. You can use olive oil, but it's not quite the right flavour profile. So we'll put a generous amount of that in the pan and bring that up. And then we'll just fry our nice marinated piece of chicken here. So just simply fry your chicken on a nice high heat. Got that sizzle going. The honey in the chicken will caramelise the outside really nicely, so you should get a really good colour on it. Do be wary about it burning, but I personally think get like a good, nice dark colour on the chicken. So we had a couple of minutes on one side, and we're going to flip that over. And we'll do it for another couple of minutes on that side until it's just cooked. We want it nice and juicy. So now we've got a lovely glazed, caramelised piece of chicken. We're just going to set that aside. You can leave it in the pan and it'll stay nice and warm. We'll set that to the side and get on with the rest of the dish. So for the noodles, I've got buckwheat noodles here. They're a sort of staple Asian ramen option. They've got a really nice nutty taste and a bit more of a coarse texture, which I think is really nice. But you can use whatever you like, egg noodles, rice noodles. I'm going to plunge them in the boiling water and they'll take 3 or 4 minutes, really not long at all. So the noodles have had 3 or 4 minutes. They'll be nice and soft. I'm just going to drain them, rinse them in cold water to stop them cooking, and then we will move on from there. Final bit really, before we start building the ramen, is we're going to make a little base for the soup just to boost the flavour so it's not just pure chicken stock. So to do that, we have some tahini. This is such a great ingredient for a ramen because it gives the soup more body and a nice creamy texture. I've got some of my favourite chilli oil here, which you can dial up or down depending on how spicy you like it. I like it quite spicy. We've got some garlic and ginger, which I'm just going to grate straight in. About half a clove of garlic. This will cook down a little bit and rawness will be taken out by the stock, but do go easy on it because you don't want the whole thing tasting like garlic, or you can if that's what you like. I've got some MSG here, which really, really helps. If you've got some or can get your hands on some, do use it. And some toasted sesame oil. Delicious. So let's just mix that together so that's nice and combined. Let's get our noodles. Again, these have cooled because we've ran them underwater, but they will heat up really quickly from the hot stock. So pop them into the bottom of the bowl and we'll get our lovely warm chicken stock. Pour that in. Give that a good mix around. It smells absolutely delicious. Then we're just going to slice up our chicken. that on there like that. For the other toppings, you can do whatever you like. I think it's nice to have a green thing. So I've got some mangetout that I have just blanched in boiling water for about a minute. Pop them on. We've got some spring onions. Again, such a vital kind of flavour, I think, for a ramen. Got a couple of sheets of nori. These are just the kind of little snack packs. But delicious seaweed that we'll just tuck in here. And that is that. Really quick and easy, perfect after a long day. You're gonna absolutely love it. So I think we need to give it a taste. So let's give this a little taste. I'm just dying to try this broth. Yum, that is everything you want in a ramen. Fragrant, salty, creamy. You're gonna love this one, so definitely give it a go. The full recipe will be up on my Substack, which I've linked below. Make sure you like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time.